Hi, Carol.
Hi.
All right, so I understand that you have arm pain.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about it?
It's on the top of my arm. When I make a fist, this muscle tightens up and it almost is like I can't hold my fist.
Okay.
So it's in this area.
Now, is there any pain that extends into the upper arm?
It's not a pain as much as it's a stiffness.
A stiffness?
Yeah.
And any pain here into the chest?
Not that I noticed.
Okay. Now, the reason I ask those questions, when you look in a trigger point book, a lot of times what you can do is you can look for where the referred pain pattern is. So in my app that I have, I can look and say, in this zone, what trigger points might cause pain here? There are several that I can suspect. One can be down here, so we're going to just check the back of the deltoid of the muscle here.
That's a little painful right there. Okay, that's painful.
Okay, and now does that increase any of the tension or pain in here?
It doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay. Does it do it? Where do you notice the pain shoot?
I notice that these fingers are going numb.
Okay, so she has a trigger point here that we're going to want to contend with, but it's not contributing to this. The other case is we can go right underneath the arm. There's muscles here that can get very tender, and if you were to push on your own, in fact, reach around, these are very tender. It's right against the body. So this is going to be tender, but we're going to look to see if it creates any...
Yeah.
It's tender. And now does it create any referred pain anywhere?
No.
Okay, so it's not going to be this muscle. The other one is that while we talk about trigger points being elsewhere and referring pain, they can also be at the location of the pain. So I'm going to come along this muscle that's right in here and look to see if I find...
Okay, we're getting really close. Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, maybe more right there.
Right here?
Okay.
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 Okay. I'm going to have you relax your arm. So this muscle is a long rope of muscle that runs down through here. So what I'm going to need to do is to compress this, and now I'm going to push. No pain?
Okay.
So now what I'd like for you to do is take a deep breath and breathe out. And just relax that arm. And I am paying attention to see if where I have my finger, I can begin to feel it soften now. I can feel it releasing. And I'm actually going to wait until not only is it soft and I can easily depress on it, but that I'll start to feel what you might call pulse. That's not the pulse of my finger. It's actually the pulse of blood and life force energy through that area where it was all bound up. We've waited about 30 seconds now, so I'm going to gently release this. I don't want to have it snap back. I want to do a gentle release. Now I'm going to push.
It's there, but it's not as painful.
Okay, and let's go ahead and move the arm.
Okay, now it's referred up here.
Okay.
So now it
Referred
went
up
up.
there?
It went up.
Okay, so let's check this muscle area again.
Right there.
Okay, we're going to do this again. Now, when we get done with this muscle, go ahead and relax your arm. You just want to let it go. Any pain there now?
No.
So we're going to hold this. Now, when we get done with this, because there can be several contributing trigger points to this area, now that she's talked about pain up in the bicep muscle, we're going to go ahead and make sure that this is released, but a really strong source of pain in the bicep can be actually in the back of the triceps. So it can be a trigger point there that's referring down. It can also be the one of the arm. The other place we can also look is to the neck muscles. But we'll see what we get here with this release first. Okay, and that feels softer. I'm going to release that gently. Push on that point.
No.
Okay, and now what do you notice?
Yeah, it keeps going up the shoulder.
Okay, so now let's come in here on this. That was the spot.
It's down a little bit there.
So here's the interesting thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the person that you do this on can definitely, they can tell if it's close. It's almost like you're looking for a bruise. Is that a good way to describe it?
Yeah,
So-
a bruise, an owie.
Okay, now what I want you to do is relax your shoulder, drop your arm,
right.
and I'm just going to hold up. I'm actually pushing up, so you relax your shoulder.
Okay.
Take a deep breath, drop your shoulders even more, and let them go. Now, a real key word here. If you notice, as I told her to drop her shoulders, it was almost as if her body resisted a command. When I said, let your body go, it's an allowance. And she relaxed even more. And you could probably see there on the film that her shoulder actually dropped. And do you notice any pain in that trigger point now?
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to hold that. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out through this point that I'm holding. Oh, and now I can feel a pulse quite strong. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and release that muscle gently. I'm going to go ahead and push on it. No more soreness. And what do you notice?
It's quite a bit, it's like right in here.
Okay.
This is, I don't know if I want to say if it's tight, but it's like it wants to cramp up on me,
Wants to cramp up?
but it's
So,
not.
one of the things that I also recommend that people do when they get done with trigger point work is to drink a lot of water. Like any body work.
That's it.
Okay, so I'm going to come in here now. What I'm doing, and it's hard to see here, she has a muscle, this one that I had you touch. I am going to go ahead and compress that and push on that point. Is it gone?
It's gone.
It's important to drink water after you do trigger point work. You've had a knot there, but the body has focused energy. Whenever you release energy in the body, you get a flow. That can cause you to release toxins into the system. So it's always good to rehydrate. A lot of times we will get trigger points because we have become dehydrated, and the muscles then get sticky, you might say. So it's easier for them to knot up. So it's always good to drink and flush the system after you do trigger point work or a massage. If you notice, any of you who've had a massage therapist, a chiropractor will always tell you drink a lot of water after an adjustment or after a massage. We'll release that now. How's that now?
It's fine.
And how's the arm feel?
It's almost like pins and needles.
Yeah.
Like everything's coming back, whatever
That's
that
good.
is. Yeah.
What we'll do,
So
I'm going to go ahead and work a couple more trigger points in this area, and we'll come back on in a couple of moments, let you know what other trigger points we worked, and check in on Carol's arm. All right, so we took a break for a moment, and I asked Carol if she had any additional pain. And it was interesting. She sat there and kind of shifted. And why don't you tell us a little about the experience? We actually did not work another trigger point. If you recall, we worked 2 trigger points here. I worked one in her triceps, and I worked one in this muscle that's underneath the arm, right in here. So we did 4 trigger point releases, and then just gave her a little bit of time to integrate that. What do you notice now?
It felt like there was a lot of pins and needles coming into my hand in circulation, and I can make a very strong fist now and hold it without pain shooting up into my arm. I feel a little tightness in here, but it's not pain. It's just stiff.
Okay, so I happen to have here, it's got my name on it because this is my personal bottle, a product that we use here in our in a classroom. Kelsey and I have a Colorado Sage Learning Center, and we do energy classes. And so one of the products I keep around is a product produced by Dynamite Specialty Company. It's actually a wound care product, but it's called Release. And the reason it's great is it will actually get rid of bruises. The gentleman who taught me about this actually calls it liquid acupuncture, but it takes out inflammation. So where you have tight muscles, this is another nice thing to do, and you can just go ahead and share what you feel. So I'm just going to spray that on. And all that this is a homeopathic solution. So it's plainly distilled water. It's got a nice energy signature in it, and it goes in there and it relieves that tension. We keep this around because we also have animals here on Kelsey's farm, and we had a horse that was injured the other day and a little bit shocky, so she simply took the release out. Again, it's like liquid acupuncture. Put that onto the, in fact, I'm going to do that for you. If somebody's feeling a little stressed out, they're in shock, they've had an injury, they're having a stress moment, you can simply spray this on the K27s as well.
Circle clockwise.
We're going to circle clockwise. She could feel that. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, there you go.
And rub those in, and that'll actually help take a person or a animal out of shock. All right, and tell us what you notice now.
It's really loose. The muscle is very loose.
So you have your strength back.
Oh, I don't even feel the tension or anything in there now. Yeah, I can make a very strong fist without any tension or anything coming through.
Nice. The wonders
Sounds
of trigger
works.
point. So get a book, help your friends, take care of your family.